All right, here we go. Here we go. Hacker Squirrel is at it again. Hacking all them other squirrels for those wonderful nuts. Anyway, welcome to another live stream where I attempt the CompTIA SY0-701. I'm 11 days away from taking this exam, and oh my gosh, I cannot wait until this is over. I didn't even study this hard when I took Network Plus, and everybody was like, yo, Network Plus is the hardest. Dude, this has been the hardest. There's been so much to fucking remember in this test. I don't even know. I'm like losing my mind here. But anyways, we've been doing pretty good on all our exams so far. I feel like one of these is gonna wreck me. I just don't know which one. Let's do number 6. Let's see how number 6 treats us. So but yeah, I've been scoring like 80s, you know, mid to high 80s. Let's see if I can get a 90. Let's see if this exam just completely fucks me up and I get like a 60. Who knows? Who freaking knows? Hacker Squirrel might know, because he's gonna hack everybody. Hacker Squirrel. Look how badass Hacker Squirrel looks, dude, in his hoodie. His little squirrel figurine in the background. He's got his little command prompt in the background. It's fucking awesome. Alright, here we go. This is free content for everybody on the internet, especially for all the people who support me on my Patreon. I love you guys. You're all awesome. And, you know, half the reason why I like to record these is to give you guys something to, you know, watch over. Maybe you don't put money into buying these courses. I highly suggest you do use Udemy as a source of study. There's a lot of good shit on there. But yeah, if you don't want to like buy all these courses and you want to take the exam through me, that's totally fine. I want to share these with everybody. And I like to take them live, you know, put a little pressure on myself, see how well I do. With a stage, with a crowd. This is like my version of playing chess. Alright, well here we go. Let's take this exam, let's see how we do. We got a 1 hour, 30 minutes, which is exactly how long the exam is. If you get performance-based questions, you're probably not going to get 90 questions. You'll probably get like 70, 75, depending on how many performance-based questions you get, though. Maybe you only get 2, and they do throw 90 at you. You never know. It's always different. But, yeah, here we go. When you're going to take that exam, there's no rush in hitting that begin button. Just, you know, get in the zone. Do a couple deep breaths. If you're nervous, if your heart's racing, just chill for like 2-3 minutes. You know, when you're in that hot seat, there's no rush. Once you make your appointment, you're good. You could just chill there for like 2-3 minutes before you hit that start button. Just remember that. Don't ever start your exam feeling like you gotta hurry. You gotta do it right now. Take a deep breath. Get in the zone, get your mind right, try to remember those few things that you feel like, you know, you were working on the drive there, and you're good to go. Alright, here we go. Okay, this is CompTIA Security Plus, SY0-701, number 6. Let's go. Let's see if this one kicks my ass. Who knows? Let's go! In the realm of digital forensics, which activity is most essential to maintain chain of custody for digital evidence? Documenting who has handled the evidence. Sounds good. Utilizing cryptographic hashes to confirm the integrity of stored evidence. Isolating the digital evidence storage system from network access. Or drafting a comprehensive summary of findings after analyzing the evidence. So which activity is most essential to maintain chain of custody? I mean, it's documenting who handles the evidence. That's the whole purpose of chain of custody. I'm going with that one. Which of the following terms describes organizations responsible for the enforcement of regulations that safeguard data and uphold privacy rights? Defense and military organizations, national cybersecurity agencies, data protection authorities, or regulatory agencies? I kind of like regulatory agencies. Everything else just sounds like fluff to me. Data protection authorities. I think they're called regulatory agencies. The cybersecurity team at that company is planning to conduct a security assessment on a vendor's system and networks to ensure compliance with their security standards. This will include penetration testing. To help ensure the penetration testing will run smoothly, which of the following must be set up before the penetration testing begins? That would be the rules of engagement. You know, what are we penetration testing? What can I touch? What can't I touch? Wouldn't be that, wouldn't be that, wouldn't be that. It's the rules of engagement. Which of the following activities take place during the analysis phase in the incident response process? So we're now analyzing stuff. Let's see. Examining and analyzing incidents based on their severity and impact to the organization. Evaluating the evidence and determining the root cause of the incident. Developing an incident response plan. Taking immediate actions. I don't even want to finish reading those two. It's one of these. Examining or evaluating. We are in the analysis phase, which I think is like one of the, maybe the first phase, maybe the second first. Evaluating the evidence and determining the root cause of the incident, or examining and analyzing incidents based on their security and impact to the organization. We had an incident response process during the analysis phase. Come on, CSI. Think CSI. It's probably this one. This one sounds too broad. Like, what are we just gonna, like, we get hacked, now we're just gonna look up a bunch of different people who got hacked? I think we're going with that one. Which type of attacker is primarily focused on sowing widespread chaos and disorder in digital systems, which could include motivations such as profit or having political beliefs? Ethical hacker, penetration tester, black hat hacker, or blue team? Sowing widespread chaos and disorder in digital systems, which could include motivations such as profit. I guess a black hat hacker. Just sounds like, you know, you got your white hats and your black hats. Black hats are the evil ones. I don't think they would use that term, though, in the 701. Who among the following represents the pinnacle of capability, potentiality, leveraging both digital and non-digital means to achieve their objectives? What? A troll? State-sponsored advanced persistent threat? I mean, represents the pinnacle of capability, potentially leveraging both digital and non-digital means to achieve their objective. That sounds pretty persistent. A whistleblower. It's the first time I ever heard a whistleblower in this exam. Gray hat? I don't think it's gray hat. Trolled? It sounds like such a weird-ass response. I'm going to go with state-sponsored advanced persistent threat. They're very capable. They're very potential. State-sponsored. They can do whatever they want. You are working as a web developer and you need to test some code on your local server. You open a web browser and type in this in the address bar. However, instead of seeing your local website, you see a message that says hacked by anonymous. What type of vulnerability have you exposed yourself to? Open server ports? Yeah, I mean, we got a port right here, 8080. Watering hole? Nah. Default credentials? Nah. Unsupported systems and applications? I kind of feel like it's just open service ports. Sterling is an animal rights activist. He breaks into the network of a company that sells fur coats and prevents customers from logging on to the website. Hell yeah, Hacker Squirrel approves. His goal is to prevent customers from buying fur coats. What is the type of motivation does this example represent? That would be not disruption, chaos, espionage, data, service disruption. Yeah, service disruption. You're disrupting the fur coat business. Espionage. Espionage. Data exfiltration. I'm going to go with service disruption. But it sounds like disruption, chaos? He breaks in. You're breaking in to networks, fur coats, and prevents customers from logging in. Nah, it's service disruption. Yeah, we're breaking in. We're not breaking in physically. We're breaking into the websites. Service disruption. Dion Training is implementing a secure communication tunnel to protect sensitive data during transmission over the internet. They are considering using the TLS as a key component of this security measure. In this scenario, which of the following most describes the primary security principle Dion Training is applying by implementing TLS for the tunnel? This one? Data confidentiality and integrity. Secure password policies, network firewalls. These all sound like curveballs. This is the only one that's straight shooter. A manufacturing company utilizes automated systems to control and monitor processes on their factory floor. These systems ensure precision and safety in operations. Which term best describes these systems? That would be industrial control systems. Serverless computing, embedded systems, software-defined networking. No. We're going with ICS. Jason, an IT administrator for Kelly Innovations LLC, is tasked with enforcing specific access rights only for the marketing department. Given the tools available on a Windows Active Directory network, which would be the most effective way for Jason to accomplish this? So we're tasked with enforcing specific access rights only for the marketing department, and we're in Active Directory. So we're gonna creating a new domain for the no. What? A whole new domain? Linking a GPO to an organizational unit containing marketing department users. I like that one. Linking a GPO to a site, applying a local group policy on individual marketing department computers. Nah, that's too much work. Put it all in an OU and then put a GPO on it. Which of the following statements is not true concerning the significance of NetFlow? Not true. NetFlow, just like the name, it's the flow of the net. NetFlow can help with capacity planning and understanding network performance issues. That's true. NetFlow can identify the source and destination of traffic, making it easier to spot potential threats. I think that's true. I've never used NetFlow. NetFlow can interpret traffic flow patterns and identify the type of network attack that is occurring. The type of network attack that is occurring? I don't know. NetFlow helps provide an understanding of network traffic flow, enhancing security by identifying unusual patterns. That one feels more true. This one, I don't think so. Identify the type of attack that is occurring. NetFlow can interpret traffic flow patterns, identify the source and destination of traffic. Maybe it can't do that. Make it easier to spot potential threats. Fucking NetFlow. NetFlow can help with capacity planning and understanding network performance issues. Easier to spot potential threats. Identify the type of network attack that is occurring. I don't think that's true. Understanding network traffic flow, enhancing security. I'm going to go with this one. Which of the following is a process that involves assigning categories to assets based on factors such as sensitivity, criticality, or function? Oh shit. It's a classification? Those all sound like classifications to me. Factors such as sensitivity. Yeah, how sensitive it is, how critical it is. What's the function? Sounds like a classification, right? Which of the following terms refers to the characteristic of a system that ensures minimal disruption in services? Which of the following terms ensures minimal disruption in services? High availability. Minimal disruption in service. not scalability. Ease of recovery, that ensures minimal disruption. No, high availability. Responsiveness, I'm going to go with high availability. Which standardized metric is widely used in the cybersecurity industry to score the severity of discovered vulnerabilities based on factors like exploitability, impact, and attack vector? Score the severity, which is the CVSS. Yeah, that one. A security administrator is reviewing the logs of a domain name system server and notices that it has received many requests for subdomains of a legitimate domain that do not exist. The administrator also observes that the response from these requests are redirected to an unknown IP address. Which of the following network attacks is most likely occurring on this DNS server? So what are we doing again? Holy shit. Reviewing logs. Server notices that they received many requests from subdomains of a legitimate domain that do not exist. So think of like Microsoft and then someone like porn.microsoft or like gambling.microsoft. The administrator also observes that the responses from these requests are redirected to an unknown IP address. So I don't fucking know. On path? Which of the following network attacks is most likely occurring on the DNS server? Doesn't sound like reflected or amplified. Wireless? I guess on path. Requests from subdomains of a legitimate domain that don't exist. I don't know. I really don't know this one. No idea. What type of assessment should you do to evaluate the security measures and vulnerabilities of a company that offers goods or services? Evaluate the security measures and vulnerabilities of a company that offers goods or services. Vendor assessment? I mean, yeah. Vendor assessment. Which of the following statements about sanitization in the disposal process is not true? Okay. Data sanitization involves completely and irreversibly removing data from various types of media storage devices. I mean, it sounds good. Sanitization only applies to hardware that contains data and is not a necessity when disposing of software instruments. I don't know why that would be true. Sanitization process must be verifiable and provide an assurance that the data is unrecoverable. Well, that's the point of sanitization if you're providing it as a service. Data sanitization techniques include deletion, overwriting, degaussing. Yeah, that all sounds good. It's this one. Vivian, a security analyst, is looking at various ways to protect sensitive data like passwords. There are a variety of methods she is considering. She is particularly interested in using tokenization. How does tokenization protect sensitive data? By converting data into a fixed size value hash? No. By substituting sensitive data with non-sensitive placeholders? Maybe. By defining data sovereignty rules? Which, no. By breaking down networks into no. It's this one. Oh, what the hell is this? ISO? I don't know any ISOs off the top of my head. Which of the following standards is an extension to IEC 27001, specifically designed to guide the protection of personally identifiable information in public? What? Dude, I don't know anything about ISOs. One of these has got to be for production of glycine. Hold on, let me take a break here. Hey, what's up? Alyssa Fleming, the CompTIA, the true hacker. This is the true hacker right here. Mr. Rogue Mod, the CompTIA, what happened? What's good? Hey, it's good to see you both. I'm just doing my thing. Check me out. I'm a hacker squirrel. I'm hacking the network. The nut network. I'm looking for all them nuts. so I could steal them. Love the squirrel, thanks. What's up, dude? The one and only mod troll. What happened? For fuck's sakes, dude. Don't wreck my shit. I trust you, man. Alright, dude, like, there's, I don't know, an extension to ISO ICE 27001? Are you serious, bro? Well, it's probably not that one. Is it an extension of itself? No. This is such a weird-ass question. 001? 002? Maybe it's 002. I don't fucking know. The IT team at Dion Training Solutions noticed multiple access attempts for certain services on their server. They had deliberately blocked access to the server for security purposes. The attempts seemed to come from a variety of IP addresses in rapid succession. Alarmed by the activity, they took necessary preventative measures. Which of the following statements best describes the activity experienced by the IT team? Attempts, variety of IP addresses in rapid succession, and these were multiple attempts for certain services on their server. I mean, that's a DDoS attack, right? Attempted access to block protocols, traffic redirection, port scanning, just sounds like DDoS. Multiple servers, they had deliberately blocked access to the server for security purposes. And everyone's trying to connect to the server, we're going DDoS. Susan, an employee at Dion Training, receives an email from a seemingly familiar sender. The email asks her to click on a link to reset her password due to unusual activity. She finds it odd since she didn't request a password reset. Which of the following actions should Susan take? Forwarding the email to colleagues to check if they received a similar one? Clicking on the link to verify authenticity? Well, you don't want to do that. Reporting to the IT department? Maybe. Ignoring and deleting the email. I mean, that one's kind of cool too. Like, dude, imagine me working in a building and it happens to everyone. Just fucking delete it. I don't care. Don't be stupid. But I think the right answer is this one. Report it to the IT department. Yeah, we're going with that one. A financial services firm processes high volumes of transactions daily. To minimize data loss in case of a system failure, which backup frequency is most recommended? I mean, we're talking about daily here. Differential backups, daily incremental backups, continuous backups, weekly full backups. High volumes of transactions daily to minimize data loss in case of a system failure. No, you don't want differential backups. Daily incremental backups sounds pretty cool. Continuous backups sounds vague. Weekly full backups, no. That's horrible, right? You don't want to wait 1 week to do a full backup. You want to do it every day, which is daily incremental backups. Watch it be continuous backups. That doesn't even make sense. Connor has just gotten a promotion to data processor. What task will he be solely in charge of with his new position? To manage and control access to data? To establish data ownership? To analyze data on behalf of the data controller? Or to ensure physical security? I think it's this one. To analyze data. The processor, right? To establish data ownership and control. Manage and control access to data? No, I don't know. I hate this. I hate these questions with custodians and owners and processors. I think it's this one. To analyze data on behalf of the data controller. I control the data. Now I will send it to you to analyze it. Processor. I'm going to go with that one. As a security analyst, you are examining packet captures for an ongoing investigation into a network breach. Which of the following information is not typically recorded in packet captures? The timestamp of the captured packet, protocols used in the captured packet, the content of secure encrypted communications, or source and destination IP addresses. So for me to know this, I would actually have to have attempted a packet capture, which I've never done. I've never captured a packet. I'm just a squirrely squirrel. I'm gonna go with the content of secure encrypted communications. I think everything else is kind of like on the surface. This is like a little bit deeper. I'm going with that one. I'm gonna highlight it. Company wants to test new software application that was downloaded from an unknown source. The company does not want to risk sandboxing. That's all I gotta read. Affecting its network, compromised data, which is the following technique: sandboxing. Zenith, Ren Zenith Solutions is in the process of finalizing a contract with a potential vendor to provide IT services. As part of its security requirements, Ren Zenith wants to conduct periodic security assessments on the vendor's systems and networks to ensure compliance and identify potential vulnerabilities. Which clause in the vendor contract will allow Ren Zenith to perform security assessments on the vendor systems and networks? I guess the right to audit clause, right? Independent assignment, evidence of internal audits? No. Zenith is process of finalizing a contract with a potential vendor to provide IT services. Which clause in the vendor contract which clause in the vendor contract will allows Zenith to perform security assessments on the vendor? Yeah, right to audit. Simon University and Squirrel Technologies have worked together well on their first project. As they develop the detail on their second project, dude, whoever wrote these suck. They decide that they should create a document that will make it easier to conclude contracts in the future. What document are they considering creating? A statement of work. As they develop the detail on their second project, they decide that they should create a document that will make it easier to conclude contracts in the future. No, it's not a statement of work. It's a master service agreement. Yeah. Cloudus left their access card at the grocery store. He reports it to the security team. Which of the following attacks should the security team be most concerned about? Radio frequency identification cloning? RFID cloning? Yeah, if I got an access card and I can create my own access card, cloning it. Keisha, a security official, is implementing an encryption protocol for the factory they work at. They need a wireless encryption protocol that will work with the factory's older equipment. As the factory is in a remote location and the equipment only needs to connect to other equipment, where am I? In the area, they need a reliable encryption protocol, but don't need the newest and most secure protocols. They prefer protocols that use keys to encrypt each packet. Which of the following options best represents the encryption protocol they need? Well, they don't need the latest and greatest, so AES is out. WPA or TKIP? Probably TKIP, because we're talking about that use keys to encrypt each packet. I'm going with TKIP. Kelly Innovations LLC needs to... Who is this Kelly Innovations? They're always in questions. They need to securely authenticate remote users. Which protocol is best suited for this scenario? Authenticate remote users. Probably extensible authentication protocol. Internet protocol security. No, not that one. Not that one. It's not these two. Internet protocol, is it IPsec or EAP? I think it's EAP, extensible authentication protocol. It's like you could verify yourself in any way. And we're talking about remote users. Oh, fuck, math. In an asset worth, if the asset is worth 10,000, has an exposure factor of 25%, How much would the potential loss be in case of in case of a successful security incident? So if an asset is worth 10,000, has an exposure factor of 25%. So what is 25% of 10,000? It's this one. It's 2,500. How much would the potential loss be? It's 2,500. As a network administrator, you have been assigned the critical task of upgrading a company's encryption protocol for wireless devices. The current encryption method is outdated and poses a significant security risk. Your objective is to select the most secure option for the upgrade. Which of the following encryption protocols best represents the ideal choice for this upgrade? What the fuck? The most secure option. I'm going with AES. Which of the following is a primary consideration when addressing local, regional, legal implications when evaluating an organization's security compliance? Primary consideration when addressing local, regional, legal implications. Which of the following is primary consideration? Local, regional, legal implication. Understanding specific jurisdictional regulations and requirements. Assessing global data breach notification timelines? No. Attestation of compliance for all global branches? No. Automating the compliance monitoring process across all regions. Primary consideration when addressing local, regional, legal implications. Understanding the specific jurisdictional regulations. Everybody's different. And we're talking about local. I'm going with that one. A company has experienced a ransomware attack and needs to restore its data. Which of the following would be an example of a corrective control that the company could implement to address this issue? Implementing a disaster recovery plan. They need to restore its data and they need a corrective control. So installing antivirus software on all company computers? No. Monitoring network traffic for signs of malware activity. Restoring data from backup after a ransomware attack. Yeah, like that seems pretty corrective. An HR department for a large corporation is looking to streamline the onboarding process for new employees. How can scripting contribute to this goal in terms of system access? So scripting, system access, generates hard copy user manuals for each new hire. Facilitates personal interviews between IT and new hires. Automates the provisioning of account credentials. Yeah, I guess that one. Directly improves the onboarding training content. We want a script and it needs to contribute to system access. Automate the provisioning of account credentials. I like this one. Facilitates personal interviews between IT and new hires. That's hilarious. Sarah was passed over for a promotion again. She has been working hard on a new device because, let me see, blackmail. It's probably gonna be blackmail or something. Sarah's pissed. It might be revenge. So she's been working hard on a new device because her boss promised her a promotion and a raise. What is the point of her hard work if she isn't going to be rewarded? She takes all of the data about the new device and puts it on the internet. She hopes that someone will produce the new device before her company can, and her company will lose all the money they have invested in research and development. What is her primary motivation for conducting this exfiltration? Revenge, ethical considerations, financial gain, blackmail. I think it's just revenge. You fire me? Well, I'll fuck you. Enrique, a network administrator at Kelly Innovations LLC, is discussing with Reed strategies to further secure the organization's routers. Which of the following would be the best approach to ensure router security? Implement access control lists to filter traffic. Enable SNMP version 1? No. Enable telnet? No. Frequently change router IP addresses? What? That's crazy. Which of the following best describes the purpose of attestation and acknowledgement when it comes to effective security compliance? Attestation and acknowledgement when it comes to effective security compliance. This best describes the purpose of it. So to attest to things and acknowledge them. Assessing the potential fines for non-compliance. Effective security compliance. Confirming understanding and adherence to compliance requirements. I like that one. Determining the data retention period for compliance documents for an organization. Automating the compliance and assessment reporting process. No. Attestation, acknowledgement, it's confirming your understanding. Which of the following is a predefined period during which planned changes and upgrades to an IT system are implemented to minimize disruption of users? That would be a maintenance window. Yeah. Which of the following terms refers to ensuring that data remains accessible and usable upon demand by an authorized entity? Availability. Ensuring that data remains accessible and usable upon demand by an authorized entity. Accessible and usable. Availability. Mary, a security analyst for Kelly Innovations LLC, is recommending a security control to protect the component of an industrial control system responsible for direct operator interaction. Which of the following ICS components is she most likely addressing, and what primary security concern is she likely considering? What are we doing here again? Security control to protect the component of an ICS responsible for direct operator interactions. That would be HMI. Responsible for the direct operation. HMI is like the human machine interaction or some bullshit. I forgot what it means, but HMI. It's not DCS. Oh, maybe is it PLC? Firmware tampering? No. God, I gotta work on these acronyms. It's HMI. It's like the human machine something. Barnadette is a data processor. What task will she likely share with the data controller as part of her job as a data processor? To establish data ownership and control over access to the data, to ensure physical security, to analyze data on behalf of the data controller. Oh gosh, didn't we already answer something like this? To manage and control access to data, to analyze data. What task will she likely share with the data controller? I'm going with that one again. To enhance security, an organization requires employees to insert a small device into their computer's USB. Sounds like a hard token. Software tokens? Smart cards? Physical security keys? Probably that one. Computer's USB ports when logging in. This device proves their identity in combination with something they know, like a password. What are these devices called? Physical security keys. I don't think it's a software token. Smart cards. I think it's a security key. Which of the following penetration testing methods most closely simulates real-world attacks to uncover vulnerabilities? That would be an offensive penetration test. Integrated? No. Defensive, offensive, physical. Offensive. Which of the following which of the following control types best describes the use of surveillance cameras to record and identify malicious activities occurring around a facility after they've happened? That would be detective controls. Use surveillance cameras to record and identify malicious activities. Directive, deterrent, detective, corrective. Detective. Which of the following best describes an external evaluation to determine an organization's adherence to regulatory standards? External evaluation would be a third-party audit. Which of the following is a type of vulnerability where a malicious actor can potentially run arbitrary code when a program attempts to read or write an invalid or null storage location? Hold on. Malicious actor can potentially run arbitrary code when a program attempts to read or write an invalid or null storage location. Memory injection? It's not VM escape, malicious update. I don't think it's buffer overflow. I am gonna go with memory injection. You are working as an IT consultant for a small business and you need to install some software on their systems. You download the software from the vendor's website and run the installer. However, you notice that the installer requires you to install another program that you are not familiar with. What type of attack vector could this be an example of? Unsupported systems and applications, default credentials, message-based, or supply chain? I guess unsupported systems and applications. I mean, it sounds like bloatware to me. You download the software from the vendor's website and run the installer. However, you notice that the installer requires you to install some other bullshit. Default supply chain? Type of attack vector? I mean, it could be a supply chain attack because we're downloading software from our vendor's website, which is our supplier. I'm going to go with this one, though. Unsupported systems and applications. Type of attack vector. The attack vector. Yeah, we don't want to support the application. Timothy, a help desk employee, receives an email from a customer. The customer says she has encountered an odd warning when trying to access a site. She has gone to the site many times before, but this time it says something about a certificate not being valid. From the screenshot she sent, Timothy doesn't know the exact name of the certificate. What can Timothy use to see if the certificate is no longer valid? He could use the online certificate status protocol. So you could also use a certificate revocation list, right? Doesn't know the exact... What can Timothy use to see if the certificate is no longer valid? Oh shit. It's either OCSP or SCL. SRL. SRL. CRL. God damn it. Hold on. Customer says that she encountered a warning. From the screenshot she sent, Timothy doesn't know the exact name of the certificate. Online certificate status. What can Timothy use to see if the certificate is no longer valid? It's one of these two. I think it's online certificate status protocol. Which of the following components provides code that allows a host to boot to an operating system and can enforce boot integrity checks? That would be the Trusted Platform module. Your company has recently acquired a batch of new servers for the software development process or department. As a security specialist, you are tasked with setting up the initial environment before handing it over to the developers. You have just installed the operating system, and the next step involves a baseline deployment process. Which of the following statements would best describe this next course of action? So we are in the process of baseline deployment process. Begin networking with other servers without applying any configurations. Install development software without any further system level modifications. Immediately hand over the servers to the development team for software installation and configuration, or apply a preset configuration template that includes security updates and standard configurations. I mean, standard, baseline, preset configuration, baseline. Like, that one just sounds like the right one. A major software update is scheduled for deployment in a company's production environment. To ensure that any unforeseen issues or conflicts can be reverted to a previous stable state, what should the IT team have in place? A backup plan? How can a company enhance the resilience and recovery of its security architecture? Enhance the resilience and recovery. I mean, load balancing, dude, load balancers are pretty amazing. They can have firewalls. They can be hardware security modules. They can do everything. Load balancers are fucking awesome. How can a company enhance the resilience and recovery of its security architecture? Like, load balancers can be implemented with unified threat management systems. They can be incorporated with SIEMs. They can do everything. And it's probably the wrong answer. Multi-cloud systems enhance the resilience and recovery. Uninterrupted power supply would help with, not resilience, high availability. I'm going with load balancers. I love load balancers. They're just so cool. You are a web developer for an online gaming website that hosts various games for different platforms and devices. You want to use a mitigation technique that can help you prevent unauthorized or malicious programs from running on your web server. Which of the following mitigation techniques can help you achieve this goal? Patching, access control list, application allow list. That would be kind of cool. You want to use a mitigation technique that can help you prevent unauthorized or malicious programs from running on your web server. I guess maybe an application allow list that hosts various games for different platforms and devices. I kind of like patching too, but I'm going with application allow list. Kizzy is assessing different architecture models. She is particularly concerned with how easily the system can be recovered after a failure. Which of the following aspects would be most essential to consider from a security perspective? Integration with third-party tools, data backup and restore capabilities, patch availability, or architecture's market popularity. What? Assessing different architecture models, she is particularly concerned with how easily the system can be recovered after failure. Data backup and restore capabilities. I mean, that sounds right. Dion Training chooses to maintain all its data and systems on-site rather than outsourcing to a cloud provider. Which of the following security concerns is a primary consideration for this type of IT infrastructure? Security concerns on-site, potential for over-provisioning resources, creating vendor lock-in issues, having to implement a shared responsibility model, or need for in-house disaster recovery planning. I mean, maybe that one? Over-provisioning resources. Maintain all its data and systems on-site. Over-provisioning. You have resources. Are you over-provisioning them? Maybe. That could be a security concern on-site. Usually a cloud provider would handle resource pooling. Creating vendor lock-in issues. No, that would be more of a cloud thing. Having to implement a shared responsibility model. No, that would also be a cloud thing. So it's either potential for over-provisioning resources or need for in-house disaster recovery planning. That doesn't sound like a security concern, though. I think that's the only security concern. For potential for over-provisioning resources. The need for in-house disaster recovery planning. Nah, we're going that one. Your organization frequently updates the firmware images on its hardware devices. To prevent unauthorized firmware updates, which security measure is best to implement? Secure boot? Role-based disk encryption. I'm going with secure boot. The Needy Asparagus, an organic food company, has created a network of fake servers that appear to be vulnerable to attack in order to attract attackers. Which of the following has the company created? They created a honey net. For an organization that requires daily backups with minimal impact on network resources and seeks to ensure quick data recovery, which backup approach is most recommended? Okay, we are requiring daily backups, minimal impact on network resources, and quick data recovery. Good gosh. Incremental backups, I mean just daily full backups. I mean, daily full backups are faster than incremental, right? I'm just going daily full. Which of the following terms refers to the predefined level of risk that an organization is willing to accept before taking action? That would be a risk threshold, right? Or is it a risk tolerance? Predefined level of risk, so your threshold that an organization is willing to accept. No, that's your... Dude, these both sound the same to me. Risk threshold is how much risk you're willing... No, is the level of risk you're willing to accept. Risk tolerance is how much risk you're willing to accept. And we want a predefined level of risk, which sounds like a threshold. That an organization is willing to accept before taking action. That's their threshold. Once we pass the threshold, we have to take action. I'm going with threshold. Risk tolerance. Which of the following, because risk tolerance could also be about like the type of risk that you can handle. Yeah. Which of the following threat vectors primarily involves malicious software or data being transferred or executed from documents, executables, or other common file types? I guess file-based. That's a threat vector, a file-based. Those all sound like files to me. Which of the following practices involves considering future infrastructure needs to ensure that systems can accommodate expected workloads without compromising performance or availability? Patch management, system hardening, technology forecasting, or data recovery planning? I guess technology forecasting involves considering future infrastructure needs. Sounds like a forecast. Yeah. Which of the following backup techniques creates an independent duplicate of data representing its state at a specific moment in time and is most commonly used in virtual machines? Those are snapshots. Which risk management strategy involves passing the risks to a third party? Transference, such as insurance company, risk transfer. Which term is used to describe the creation, distribution, storage, and revocation of digital certificates? That sounds like a key generation, key exchange, public key infrastructure, key escrow. They used to describe the creation, distribution, storage, and revocation. It sounds like key generation. Sounds like it's going through generations, right? Okay. I'm going key generation. Jasmine, the manager of a local bank, was puzzled. Every Monday morning, she would find her safe's electronic keypad non-responsive, showing a maximum attempts reached error message. Oh shit. However, security footage did not show anyone physically attempting to open the safe over the weekend. Which of the following types of malicious activities is best described in this scenario? What? That's crazy. I don't think it's phishing or RFID cloning. It's either a brute force or an environmental attack. Maximum attempts reach would be brute force. But what's this whole, like, she doesn't see anyone physically attempting to open the safe? I'm going to go brute force. Samantha, the IT head at Prime Tech Corp, recently conducted a security audit and found out that many employees use the password Prime 2023 for their official accounts. Concerned about the security implications, Samantha wants to improve the strength of passwords against potential attacks. What would be the most effective method to enhance the security of such passwords? Implement a CAPTCHA on the login page. Advise employees to use longer passwords. Yeah. Switch to a different hashing algorithm for storing passwords, or ask employees to change passwords monthly. I guess just tell everybody to use longer passwords. Do Prime 2023, 2024, and 2025, and whatever. Right? I'll go with that. Which of the following... Alright, which of the following is an application vulnerability that involves the exploitation of the time gap between when a system checks a condition and when it uses the condition, potentially leading to unauthorized access that's a race condition? Potentially leading to unauthorized access or data corruption. Yeah, race condition. The IT leadership team notices a rising trend in the number of unauthorized login attempts on their network. They decide to track this metric closely as it could indicate a future breach. Which of the following terms best describes this metric? Threat hunting. Key risk indicators. Which of the following statements best explains the importance of preservation in incident response? Preservation within your incident response. Preservation is the process of keeping security controls up to date to prevent future incidents. Preservation is the process of recognizing potential threats, protect an organization's infrastructure. Preservation is the process of carefully handling evidence to maintain its integrity for future forensic analysis. I kind of like that one. I think it's that one. Preservation is the process of documenting the details of a security incident, its impact, and potential remedies. I think it's this one. Which of the following best describes an individual who doesn't have authorized access but attempts to breach security using malware or social engineering? External threat actor. They don't have authorized access, so it's not an insider threat. And then these two are just like weird answers. I mean, it could be a business partner, but that business partner would be an external threat actor. In a large organization dealing with sensitive data, the security team wants a way to provide temporary access, just-in-time permissions, right? No. Temporary access credentials to privileged users, such as system administrators. This access should be granted for a short duration and should automatically expire after its intended use. Which method should the organization use for this requirement? Ephemeral credentials. That's what it is. Ephemeral credentials. Those are like expiring credentials. Dude, I'm wrecking this fucking exam. 38 minutes left and I'm almost at 80. I got like what, 15 left? Which of the following best describes the primary purpose of the payment card industry security standard? It's to ensure the safe transmission of personal identifiable numbers to merchants. It's to regulate the financial interest of stock trading. No. It's to enforce the mandatory disclosure of all financial. No. It's to define the safe handling and storage of payment card information. It's that one. Which term refers to the percentage of an asset's value that is expected to be lost when a specific risk eventuates? That would be an exposure factor. What type of data could include non-redacted court records or government reports? Non-redacted court records or government reports. Shit. I don't know what non-redacted means. What type of data could include non-redacted court records? Is that public data? Non-redacted. I have no idea what redacted means, dude. Non-redacted court records or government reports. Redacted. Redacted. What does redacted mean? Shit. I honestly don't remember what redacted means. Like retracted? Non-redacted court records or government reports. A government report. Regulated? Dang. I don't know. I don't know what this word means, dude. I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to look it up later. But I'm going public. I guess if something's redacted, that means it's restricted, right? Non-redacted means it's public. Which of the following is a social engineering technique where an attacker pretends to be someone else, often to gain unauthorized access to systems or information? That would be impersonation. During an annual board meeting, Susan, the company chief information. Wait, Susan is the chief information security at Kelly Innovations? That would have been Kelly. Well, anyway, she's presenting a detailed review of the organization's current cybersecurity measures. The board members request documentation that provides evidence of the company's adherence to, alright, that would be internal compliance, something like that. Threat intelligence reviewing. Adherence to established security protocols and any deviations from them over the past year. To address this request, Susan decides to provide a report that has been periodically conducted by her team to ensure that the company meets its own security and regulatory standards. Which of the following report is Susan most likely referring to? Internal compliance audit. That sounds about right. Dion Training recently experienced an unforeseen server malfunction which led to a potential loss of weeks of software development work. In a team meeting, the lead developer suggested a solution that would allow the team to maintain a history of their code changes, facilitating easy recovery in such situations. Which of the following would be the best solution for Dion Training to implement? Disaster recovery plan? Which of the following would be the best solution? Cloud backups? Kind of like redundant servers? I kind of like all of these. These all sound like they could be the right answer. Version control sounds like it could be right. You control multiple versions, and then you can go back to version 1.0 if you fucked up on 1.1 or something. Suggest a solution that would allow the team to maintain a history of their code changes. It's got to be version control. History of code changes, version control. Jimmy, a chief technology officer, is evaluating different architecture models. His biggest concern is the ease of deployment. Which of the following factors would be most critical to consider from a security standpoint? Most critical to consider from a security standpoint as far as ease of deployment. So total cost of ownership, the vendor's market reputation, integration with existing security protocols, or scalability potential of the architecture. I guess integration. That one. Oh, we're almost done. At Ren Zenith Enterprises, the default password policy allows users to set the password like Ren Zenith number 21. Alex, a security consultant, believes this policy doesn't ensure robust password security. What is the best recommendation for Alex to ensure passwords are harder to decipher? Advise users to change their passwords if they receive For 16 character minimum password length, switch to token-based authentications or implement account lockouts. What is the best recommendation for Alex to ensure passwords are harder to decipher? Put 16. How many we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? 9? Yeah. Pump it up to 16. Which of the following is a type of attack that involves modifying the system's boot sequence to execute malicious code? That sounds like operating systems based. The boot sequence. I don't think it's hardware based. Wait a minute, maybe it is hardware based. The boot sequence. Would that be? No, operating system. It's not web based or application based. Is it hardware based? Which of the following is a type of attack that involves modifying the system's boot sequence to execute malicious code? Modifying the system's boot sequence. So instead of booting into the operating system, you're booting into, let's say, an unknown Pixie server. That would be hardware based. But I really want to say it's operating system based. Modifying the system's boot sequence. Why would it be hardware based? I'm going with the operating system. Which of the following statements best explains the importance of segmentation in the context of vulnerability management? Segmentation, vulnerability management. Segmentation divides an organization's workforce into different departments, each with its specific roles and responsibilities. That sounds perfect. Segmentation categorizes vulnerabilities based on their severity levels? No. Ensures regular systematic backups? No. Segmentation isolates network resources and assets that contain potentially, no, that's isolation. That's not segmentation. A company is concerned about the security risks associated with departing employees. How can scripting aid in mitigating these risks? What did I just read? Companies concerned about a security risk associated with departing employees. How can scripting aid? How can scripting aid in mitigating these risks? Okay. That would be like automatic deactivation of shit. Directly handles the physical exit procedures of an employee. Automatically deactivates accounts. There you go. Of exiting employees. Generates a detailed exit interview questionnaire. Yeah. Which email security mechanism allows organizations to define a policy on how to handle emails that fail other security checks, and also provides a way for senders to receive feedback about such messages? I want to say it's DMARC. Which email security mechanism allows organizations to define a policy on how to handle emails that fail other securities, and also provide a way for senders to receive feedback about messages? I think that's DMARC. Yeah, I'm going to say it's DMARC. Which of the following commands will output all of the lines with the name Fred in upper or lowercase, but not the word red, from the file data file? What the fuck? What? What in the hell? grep Fred. I will output all the lines with the name Fred in upper lowercase, but not the word red from the file. Well, upper and lowercase, I guess that one. Okay. What is a similarity between data exfiltration and espionage as motivations for threat actors? Similarities. Spying and stealing data both have financial gain to them. Server disruption, philosophical, political beliefs, obtaining sensitive, confidential information. I mean, that sounds pretty good too. Obtaining sensitive, confidential, a spy or a hacker. That one. Which of the following hardening techniques is most effective in prevent easy cracking of passwords through the use of dictionaries? Installing endpoint protection, disabling ports protocols, default password changes. Yeah, I guess so. Isolation. Default password changes. Prevent easy cracking of passwords. Easy cracking of passwords. Holy crap. Let me skip that one for a second. Instances VM, a virtual computing company, is developing company-wide standards for managing cryptographic keys. They are setting policies for the life of the keys from generation to deletion. What are they developing? Oh. A secure enclave? Maybe? No, it has not. You're not developing a hardware security module, are they? They are setting policies for the life of the keys. Secure enclave. And then this last one. Oh my gosh. I really doubt you'll ever get a question this long on CompTIA. That's just crazy. Initech has always provided employees with devices. Okay, choose your own device. Recently, Gregory, the Initech security analyst, became aware that many employees have been able to use their own devices. When he questioned the supervisors, he finds out that they knew employees were using their own devices. The employees said they need devices that work with more innovative software packages. None of the devices offered by Initech were robust enough to handle the software. Gregory says that having employees use their own devices isn't a possibility moving forward. He suggests that the company create a policy that prevents employees from putting their own software on devices and using their own devices. So it's this one, corporate-owned, business-enabled. To address employees' needs, he suggests Initech provide a broader range of devices purchase software employees need. Initech will buy the devices. It's this one. It's got to be corporate-owned, business-enabled. It's not personally enabled. It's not choose your own devices. It's not bring your own devices. We're done. I think I did really good on this exam. I would be very happy if I got a 90 over you marked 7 question. Okay. I think we did really good, guys. 24 minutes left. Let's go over 90. Oh, really? Holy shit, dude. 82. I thought I did really good on that one. Damn. 82. Damn. It was data protection authorities, not regulatory agencies. I hate these kind of questions, dude. Oh, it was a reflected. I don't even know why it was reflected. This stupid ISO one, come on. That was just a total guess. Oh, it wasn't a distributed denial of service? Attempted access to block ports? What? It was continuous backups, dude. So fuck. Those are like the ones I feel like they're just trying to trick me. To manage and control access to data. God dang it, the data processor. I gotta figure out what their roles are. It was supply chain, dude. Are you serious? Of course, it's the certificate revocation list, and I thought it was the OCSP. Ah, dang it. Unified Extensible Firmware Interface? UEFI? Which of the following components provides code that will allow hosts to boot to an operating system and can enforce boot integrity checks? Yeah, I guess it's UEFI. Shit. As opposed to legacy. Dude, I swear. Come on. Load balancers can do anything. You're telling me they couldn't do that? Multi-cloud systems. Need for in-house disaster recovery planning. Potential. I don't know, man. Some of these questions I feel like... See, the thing is, when you do on-site rather than outsourcing to a cloud provider, cloud providers can provide resource pooling. And they can just make sure everything's totally good. A security concern could, for an on-site, maintaining all your data could totally be potentially over-provisioning resources. Because then you have too many resources on something that doesn't need all the resources, right? I don't know. Motherfucker. It was incremental backups instead of... So this one can be continuous backups, but this one can't be daily full backups. Sounds like an opinion type of deal. How's public key infrastructure for this one? Segmentation isolates network resources and assets to contain potentially secure... I thought that was isolation, not segmentation. Oh, it was choose your own device? It wasn't corporate owned, business enabled? And then this one was key management systems. Dang. Yo, what's up, dude? We just took another one of these Security Plus exams. We got an 82. Dude, I thought I was going to get a 90 on this one. I was feeling so confident. I was feeling good. And I got an 82. Saitama. I think I'm saying that right. How you doing, man? Are you studying for the Security Plus? Check me out. I'm a hacker squirrel. Yo, Bentek, what's up, dude? I'm gonna rewind it. Yeah, dude, give it a watch. I just posted all of the, I just did the review on all the wrong answers too, so you can pause it and kind of read the description on where I went wrong. And everything else I got right, but dude, some of these questions are just tricky. Like, just don't like them. I actually need to brush up on Network Plus. Have you already taken the Network Plus exam as well? Or do you just mean like just brush up because, you know, you want to get better at networking? Dude, I swear, everybody, like, I keep seeing kind of mixed reviews online when it comes to the Security Plus. I see so many people say like, I just went straight into Security Plus and I passed. And I'm just like, what? That's crazy, because you need a 750 for this score, and I feel like this is a really tough exam. I didn't even study this hard when I did Network Plus. Like, the studying for Security Plus is just never ending. Oh yeah, the ladder? Yeah, just to like get better at it? Yeah, me too, man. I want to brush up on my networking skills, but I want to brush up on them like in the real world with like a job, you know, like, because there's just so much that you could just do when you're just like reading all the time, you know what I mean? Like, you actually want to get into like a server room and just start messing around a little bit, you know, not disrupt it, but, you know, just do little things here and there and just kind of understand hands-on. Great content. Thank you, man. I'm trying to pass Sec Plus without taking Network Plus. Hey, good luck, dude. In my opinion, this is probably not the popular opinion, but I feel like Security Plus is way more tougher than Network Plus when it comes to studying. Like, this shit is never ending, dude. Let's see if we could take a look real quick on the exam objectives when it comes to security versus network. Let me look up the exam objectives. So we have Network Plus here, and we have Security Plus. Oh shit, I didn't mean to download them. I just wanted to open them. Wait, hold on. Whoa, 501. No, I want the 701. Okay, here we go. So alright, so here's this. Just by the sheer size of it, that's the right one, right? N01008? I think so. Like, first off, you only need a 720. When I took this exam, I think I got a 744 or 745. So 750 is kind of like intimidating to me with Security Plus. And you got like what? How many pages you got? 1, 2. Oh, this is easy. Just remembering, like, you know, ports and kind of what they're doing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Does that even count? Look at that. It's not even like a full page. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12. Not including the acronyms. That's pretty long. Now let's take a look at Security Plus. So we had 12 there. This is Security Plus. We got a higher score needed, which is 750. Where does it say 750? Why doesn't this one say 750? Oh, no. Doesn't say 750. Okay, whatever. Anyways, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13, so it's kind of almost the same length. But then you got like this whole 1, 2, 3, 4, like 4 fucking acronyms sheets. Oh my god, bro. I'm so tired of fucking this studying. Dog, it's information overload, right? The fact that you have to retain core concepts, frameworks, policies, and apply them to corporate settings while actively learning new stuff on top of that. That is, I know, bro. I couldn't have said it better myself, dude. You pretty much explained everything. What's going on? Is my mic working? Why is my circle vibrating? Yo, chill out. What the hell's going on with my fucking mic? Look at the circle, it just keeps vibrating. I'm not even saying shit. What does it sound like? Shit. Oh, okay. it looks a little bit normal on your end. It looks weird on mine. Network Plus first is probably best because you get the foundation. I'm trying to learn the basics using other resources. So Ben Tech, check this out. I've already taken A Plus and Network Plus, and I've also taken Cloud Essentials, which was a really fun one to take. That was like such a fun, easy exam. I suggest you try taking Cloud Essentials. I actually enjoyed learning Cloud Essentials, and it's not so overloading like these other exams. But what I wanted to say was, within taking A+, Network Plus, and Cloud Essentials, you learn security in all 3 of those realms. So coming to Security Plus, I kind of have a bit of an upper hand because like a lot of this stuff with like cloud security and, you know, like just the A+ security and network security, it all kind of ties into Security Plus as well. Thankfully. Which is why I get why I'm shocked sometimes when I hear people just go straight into Security Plus and then pass that shit. I'm just like, how did you do that, dude? You didn't even like start with any foundation. It's mind-blowing to me how people just jump straight into Security Plus. I've heard people say if you focus on the objectives and the common acronyms associated with the concepts, then memorize the acronyms isn't necessary. Yeah, I mean, like, to be honest with you, when it comes to going over the PDF sheet, the acronyms list is kind of like bonus for me to learn. I kind of just focus on, like, the objectives. And then they're probably going to throw a bunch of acronyms in there as well that you'll probably won't see on the exam. You got to remember, it's only going to be 90 questions. And, like, they throw, like, 400 different things at you. You know what I mean? It's a great idea. I'm interested in learning cloud stuff. Yeah, dude, check this out. Let me show you what the Cloud Essentials PDF looks like. Cloud Essentials CompTIA PDF. Check this out. Cloud Essentials. Is that the right one? CCL. Need a 720. I got like a 755 when I took this. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. I mean, barely. Look at that. Look at that. 4, 5. That's it. It's just 5 pages. And it was, in my opinion, it was super easy. I felt really good taking this exam. And yeah, as you can see, there's like governance, risk compliance, security. Like, this is stuff that you'll see in Security Plus too. So yeah. And it's a lifelong cert. It's a pretty good cert, in my opinion. You know, it's something nice to have on a resume. And it's also it's one of the cheapest CompTIA exams. I think I only paid $120. I think I paid $120 for it. I don't think I'll ever work for startups. Why not? I really like doing labs. I think multiple choice questions get tedious over time. I really don't like them. Yeah, same, dude. Dude, I have courses that I take with Test Out. I love doing Test Out labs, dude. I learned so much doing hands-on training with like lab simulation work. I like doing that stuff. I got an AWS and a Google Cloud Udemy course for free the other day on Udemy. Nice. I'll check that out for sure. Nice, dude. Hey, have either of you ever heard of Coursera? Coursera certificates. I'm wondering if they're like easy or they're just like fun things to put on your resume. I'm also kind of interested in the stock Coursera. I'm just wondering if Coursera is like legit. Because it kind of, to me, kind of seems like it's like Google's little brother or something. Like Google tries to like push Coursera on everybody, which is kind of what has me, you know, it's got my eyes on the stock. I wonder like if the stock is worth investing in. But like sometimes I hear reviews on people talking about Coursera and they're just like it's like a worthless certificate. So I don't know. I'm wondering if the company's any good. Coursera Google cybersecurity course is very easy. Yeah, see, like if it's very easy and people just jump straight into cybersecurity without knowing like A+ fundamentals and networking fundamental, I mean, like, that sounds dumb, right? You're not gonna like hire this cybersecurity person just because he has a Coursera certificate. But still, I kind of feel like maybe there's something there with the stock. Maybe Google wants to be like a teacher, and they'll use Coursera or something. I'm just interested in the stock, to be honest with you. I'm wondering if it's gonna go up or not. Yeah, I always hear the Google cybersecurity one. Exactly, with Coursera. See, the way you know about Coursera just because of Google cybersecurity, like you even said it, Google cybersecurity. That's what makes me wonder if the stock is worth investing in, because it's like Google's little brother or something. They teach you networking in the course. It's good for complete beginners, but it's only ankle deep. Oh, true that. I mean, if it's free, I'll totally take it just for fun. But I mean, if it holds the same weight as like a Udemy course, then it's not really worth anything. other than like continuing education credits, you know? I personally wouldn't take it if you have other certs. I just took it for the 30% off exam voucher. Oh, that's smart, dude. So you got a 30% off for Security Plus for taking the course. That's smart, dude. I'll keep that in mind. Just in case if the nightmare happens where I actually failed this exam. But I mean, I'm doing pretty good on these test questions. But yeah, I'm just interested in the stock, really. I'm wondering if Coursera is going to take off and be big or something. And I keep seeing it float around in the IT community. And then every other stock that I'm really interested in is expensive as fuck, and I'm just waiting for a crash or something, dude. There's also another stock called Nerdy, and they're all about like online learning too. But I don't know too much about that company to just be throwing my money at it. Nvidia? Oh man. Dude, I swear, dude, 2022, I was so poor and I wasn't even thinking about investing, and now how fun would that have been to totally jump into Nvidia back in the day? That would have been so awesome. You ever plan to get into pen testing? I don't know much about the stock. I would see when they have their earnings reports. Yeah, that's a good idea. I should probably look into that. Pen testing, maybe. I don't know. Honestly, this is like my second year in IT. So after Security Plus, my next goal is going to be Project Plus, because that's a lifelong cert, and I might as well just go for it. You know, something that's a CompTIA cert that stays with me forever just sounds valuable, so I'll probably get that. Pen testing will be way, way, way into the future when I get like really good at shit. Honestly, if I wasn't so damn hard focused on exams and like passing exams and studying for exams, I would probably just fuck around on a Kali Linux machine more often and just have fun, you know, and learn hands-on with, you know, penetration testing and doing all that fun stuff with like, you know, building my own server and seeing what kind of disruption I can cause. But I'm just too busy with all this studying, so at some point in the future I'll probably do all that shit too. But yeah, man, I hope all you guys pass your exams. Good luck. I think Saitama said he was studying for Security Plus as well. Alyssa Fleming was here earlier. I think she's studying for Security Plus as well. He wants to brush up on Network Plus. But I think he said yep about the Security Plus. Bentek's trying to do the Security Plus. So, hey man, it just seems to be like all about Security Plus for everybody. So that's good. Yeah, dude, I work at, I do IT at a high school. I am pretty much the manager of the IT department at my high school. And it's a lot of work, dude. It's like boot camp. I'm basically helping 26, is it about like 2,300 students? So that's about 2,300 laptops. Then you got a whole campus of desktop computers, which is about like add another 1,000 computers into the mix. Teachers, there's about 180 teachers. They all have laptops. So that's another 180 laptops. Bunch of e-waste. There's a lot of e-waste going on. There's a lot of, you know, like device management and provisioning and re-imaging and, you know, building computer labs and printers. A lot of printers, troubleshooting, and just like random, like, you know, software issues with Google and, you know, drivers and just all that shit. It's not like, it doesn't really, it's, I wouldn't say it's like you have to be an expert to be at my job, but, you know, having all the experience that I'm doing, it's definitely eye-opening. Oh, projectors too. There's a lot of projectors, audio equipment. you know, there's a lot of test taking, so there's a lot of project management. You have to make sure students all have like laptops for tests like SATs, PSATs, ACTs. They better pay well. I wish they did, dude. I mean, the benefits are cool. And when I say benefits, I mean like anytime school is not in session, I get the day off too. And that's a paid day too. So spring break, I got paid all spring break and I didn't work for a week. Matter of fact, I built up my sick hours and I took off the next week too. So I had 2 weeks off and I got paid for those 2 weeks, and that was pretty awesome. Like, I didn't work yesterday and I got my 8 hours there. They pay okay. It pays okay, but you definitely have to move up the ladder. I'm not getting paid like 60, 70, 80 grand, I can tell you that right now. That's understandable. I'll have to look into Project Plus. Yeah, dude. I'm going to definitely get into Project Plus. I think that would be very helpful for me because my whole job's about managing a whole department. So I have to like coordinate projects, right? So I think Project Plus would be useful. After Security Plus, I'm going to take the PJPT and hope to get into physical pen testing in the future. Hope studying goes well, dude. Thank you. What's PJP? Let me look that up. PJPT. Practical Junior Penetration Tester. Oh, right on, dude. Cool. Yeah, dude, there's like hundreds of IT certificates out there. It's crazy. Something I've heard about the exam, sometimes 2 of the options on the multiple choice exam are easy to rule out. Yeah, that's true. And you know, I bet CompTIA also gives partial credit for like, you know, like if you get a question that's like choose the best answer, or like the most reasonable answer. You know how like they capitalize those words, most or best, or the least. I think if you pick like the second best, you might get partial credit. But don't quote me on that. But I have heard stories where people have done so well on the multiple choice where they forgot to take the performance-based questions and they still passed. So I don't know how the fuck the scoring system works with CompTIA, but yeah, I've heard someone say like, dude, I did so well on the multiple choice, I didn't even have time. I lost track of time on my performance-based. I hope it's true. I hope that's true too. Yeah, I hope that's true too. I mean, I've taken a bunch of CompTIA exams, dude. For the most part, they're kind of like that, where you can rule out 2 of them easily. If let me see if I can find one here. Let me see if I can find like a ridiculous one. Something like this. You're not gonna get a question like this on the CompTIA exam. Like all of that wording, hell no. You're not going to get a question as detailed and in-depth as this. I've never gotten a question that is that lengthy taking CompTIA exams. All right, man, I'm going to go get some shut-eye. Me too, man. Take care. It's good seeing y'all. Thanks for coming by at the end here and just kind of chatting, hanging out with my tech homies. Ben Tech, Saitama, hope I'm saying that right. Double AR. Thanks for hanging out. Alyssa, thanks for coming in. And I got my rogue mod here, 710. I can't take his wrench away. He fucking hacked me. He's the real hacker here. Alright, Squirrel out. I got an 82%. I'm pretty happy. Peace out, y'all. Hacker Squirrel out.